Welcome to a presentation on Ukraine, part of MPS Culture Quilt series. My name is Dr. Kourosh Hassani, and I'm a teacher leader. I'm joined by my colleague Marina Contreras, who is an ESL teacher leader. We represent the Department of Bilingual and Multicultural Education. Although all five priorities for success are important, today's focus is developing our staff. In this presentation, we will expand our background knowledge about the country of Ukraine, its geography, history, current events, culture, and language. Ukraine is situated in Eastern Europe. A flight from Milwaukee to Ukraine may take approximately 10 hours. Can you name the neighboring countries of Ukraine? Ukraine shares borders with seven countries: Romania, Moldova to the south, Hungary, Slovakia, Poland, Belarus, and Russia. Its southern border is the coast of the Black Sea and the Sea of Azov.
The landscape of Ukraine consists mainly of plains and plateaus, except the Carpathian Mountains in the west. The longest river in Ukraine is called Dnieper or Dnipro. The capital and the largest city in Ukraine is Kyiv. In 2021, the population of Ukraine was about 41 million people. We want to draw your attention to some of the geographical names you may hear in the media as related to the current events in Ukraine. Donbass is an eastern region of Ukraine. The Crimean Peninsula is a Russian occupied Ukrainian territory. Kherson, Mykolaiv, Zaporizhia, Mariupol, and Kharkiv are some of the largest Ukrainian cities. At the beginning of the 19th century, about 90% of present day Ukraine was a part of the Russian Empire, while Western Ukraine was under the rule of the Austrian Empire. Following the First World War, Ukraine established itself as an independent republic, but shortly after it was absorbed into the Soviet Union as the Ukrainian Soviet Socialist Republic. The picture shows Bogdan Khmelnytsky, one of the most prominent figures in the Ukrainian history, who is also considered to be a founding father of the Ukrainian statehood. The blue and gold trident, called trezub, represents the coat of arms of Ukraine. On August 24th, 1991, Ukraine adopted the Act of Proclamation of Independence of Ukraine. The image of the peaceful march is a snapshot of historical evidence that symbolizes the plight of Ukrainians for freedom. The peace of the country was disrupted in 2014. The Russia provoked political unrest was followed by the annexation of the Ukrainian territory of Crimea, which marked the beginning of the armed conflict. In February of 2022, Russia launched a full scale invasion of Ukraine. It caused a major displacement of civilians and a refugee crisis. While some Ukrainian refugees have sought resettlement in a third country, others have decided to stay close to home, waiting to return to Ukraine. Many Ukrainian refugees relocated to the United States, including Wisconsin. Ukrainians come to the United States through a temporary parole program called Uniting for Ukraine.
Primary education in Ukraine is free of charge and is compulsory through grade 12. Once students complete primary education, they can continue to vocational or higher education programs. English is included in the Ukrainian curriculum. Here are some interesting facts about Ukraine's education system. The overall literacy rate of 99.97%. Many students are bilingual in the Ukrainian and Russian languages. Many children have a basic understanding of English. Public university is free for students who score high on entrance exams. The cost of higher education is about 1200 to 5000 US dollars annually. The average monthly teacher salary is 9140 to 29100 Ukrainian hryvnias, about 250 to $780. Ukraine is a bilingual country where both Ukrainian and Russian languages are commonly spoken and widely understood. The use of Ukrainian is most prevalent in the western and central Ukraine, while Russian is dominant in the eastern and southern Ukraine. For many, the Ukrainian language symbolizes Ukraine's national identity and cultural heritage. Russia's military invasion has triggered further politicization of the language. It is important to confirm the language needs of the student and their family and ensure appropriate interpretation when using the language line while working with Ukrainian refugees who come from different regions. Ukrainian is the official language and considered the first language by 67% of the population, while 30% of Ukrainians speak Russian as a first language. There are many other languages spoken in Ukraine, including but not limited to Romanian, Polish, and Hungarian.
Ukrainian cuisine is known for its delicious tastes, traditional cooking technologies, and generous ways to serve guests. It is an important part of the country's culture and lifestyle. The Ukrainian diet includes a variety of meats, poultry, fish, grains, vegetables, and fruits. Some staple vegetables are potatoes, cabbage, and beets. Some traditional staple dishes are borscht, a beet vegetable soup, vareniki, dumplings filled with mashed potatoes or cheese, salo, pork fat, and pascha, a traditional Easter sweet bread. Ukraine has four seasons similar to the seasons in Wisconsin. It is important to remember that many refugees bring minimal belongings with them, and your Ukrainian students might need assistance with accessing weather appropriate clothing and other personal items. One item of clothing that many Ukrainians treasure is their vyshyvanka. Vyshyvanka is an embroidered shirt worn by men and women in Ukraine as a symbol of national pride. Vyshyvanka is used as a talisman that protects the person wearing it and tells a story.
Hryvnia is the name of the currency. Let's do some math. If the current exchange rate is 37 hryvnias to 1 US dollar, how many hryvnias equal $10? You are correct. 370 hryvnias. A few interesting facts. Did you know Ukraine is the world's largest producer of sunflower seeds? It is the third largest producer of wheat in the world. It is the second largest country in Europe in terms of total area. And Ukrainians wear wedding rings on their right hand, not the left hand.
Knowing a few phrases in our students' home language can be helpful to welcome them and acknowledge their cultural and linguistic assets. Let's learn some basic phrases.
Hello,
Привіт. Привіт.
how are you?
Як справи? Як справи?
What is your name?
Як тебе звати? Як тебе звати?
My name is.
Мене звати. Мене звати.
Goodbye.
До побачення. До побачення.
Now, please take a moment to complete this check for understanding using the LMS Google form link.
Thank you for watching this presentation. We will conclude by playing the national anthem of Ukraine.
Не вмерла України ні слава, ні воля. Ще нам, браття українці, усміхне